Anyways, everyone, I'm going to be working on this deck today, Rug Food Chain. This list is originally from Musasabi. He made second, or they made second in a legacy challenge. I don't know who they are. I know they're from Japan, and they win a lot, and they have really interesting ideas on decks. Toski is the one I'm unsure about. I really don't know. I also question this waterlogged grove and the fact that there's not a second tropical island, because I feel like fetching a bunch of times for your Uro is going to happen a lot, and having a second trop is like kind of a thing you want. So I think I might cut this waterlogged grove for tropical island. Toski's a dedicated Miracles hate card. I could see that. Also, maybe it's good versus bug until they plague engineer you. In which case it will be kind of unpleasant, I suppose. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just cut the grove. Yeah, I think the Squee is over Eternal Scourge because you can find it with an Imperial Recruiter. And also, you can still manipulate Fate for both. Clothis? Clothis would be okay. Not sure what I would cut for Clothis, because Clothis and Scavenging Ooze sort of occupy the same space. Oh, Janky, you're back. You're back with the sub. I guess we'll open a chest for the Jankster. The Janky ho-oh-oh. What? Anyone know if this card's worth something randomly? What? 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 I clearly don't know anything. Why? Any Commander players? Oh, Jacob told me that this card's great in Commander, so that's probably why. Look, we take Masamura is not anything, but we take the 15. It isn't a certain, because it's just a free negate, right? It's just Force of Negation, except cost 0 and doesn't require you to pitch a card. Anyways, yeah, Food Chain. Manipulate Fate for Squee. Play Food Chain with Squee. Keep casting Squee. And then cast Recruiter for a big creature. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, literally a free negate. So yeah, I don't know. If y'all have not played Food Chain, combo's relatively simple. Food Chain, exiling Squee, you can replace Squee from exile or Misthollow Griffin, so you net 1 mana every time. So you just, make a bunch of mana, cast a big Krasis, or cast a big Walking Ballista. Generally 20/20 Ballista is enough. Sometimes you'll have to do it for more. And I will have no discussions about Infinite on MTGO, because that is unpleasant. Now, the cards I question the most in this deck are 3 copies of Ponder seems like a weird number. 3 copies of Bolt is also kind of a weird number, but that one I'm more sympathetic to, because I don't think you necessarily want to flood your deck full of interaction in game 1. I think 3 Recruiters is fine, 4 Quaddles is fine, 4 Food Chain is definitely correct, I think. 2 Uro is kind of weird, but honestly this is not a dedicated interactive deck where you really want to draw an Uro every game. Scavenging Ooze is surprisingly good with Misthollow Griffin and Squee. This sort of resets Griffin being in the wrong zone. Oh man, I had forgotten Griffin was from Avacyn Restored. So yeah, if the Griffin gets in your graveyard, you can use Ooze to reset it. And now the question is sideboard slots, really. Yeah, you can escape Griffin. Food Chain decks used to play Grimag Angler or Tombstalker in certain points, and to reset the Griffin or the Squee. So with all those things, I think Uro is great, and obviously Uro just gives you another angle of attack. Yeah, it used to be insane with Deathrite Shaman, but rest in peace. Rest in peace. I might play Relic of Virginis over like Fairy Macabre. But I might also just leave this and see how it goes. Retroactive good luck and partner. Alright. You know what? I think the numbers look close enough to right to me that I don't want to mess with it before actually trying it. So... Oh, Dynacat, I appreciate you being here. I think Kanakse was just making a joke. Alright. Let's go to Card Hoarder and go pick up the cards. I think the other deck I think I really like nowadays is Mystic Forge. I think the Mystic Forge deck is pretty good. I tried it a bunch and I was pretty impressed. Obviously, it still can't beat Null Rod, but, you know, you take what you sign up for. Ooh, a gifted sub from Kanoxai. Kanoxai is really just trying to break the bank over here, obviously. It's a big infect creature. Rexen Vat Mutter. Yeah, MTG bot did lose its sub. Wait, you beat Null Rod by casting Mycosynth Lattice? That's sick. I think the more common way to beat Null Rod with that deck is to cast Karn Sign and Verza and make a big construct. Wow, Kanoxai is really trying to break the chest count. It's kind of absurd. Whoa! The Niv Magus might be going up, chat. It might be going up. Yo, thanks, P. Lynch. Oh no, it's only 14 cents. Alright. We're almost out of chests again. What the hell? Wait, is the extortionist something? I think it might be. Yeah, let's get some Jarvis claps and hype. Everyone 21 tickets? What the heck? I'm going infinite off the chests. I'm going infinite. I'm going infinite. Chat. Yo, what's up, Cal? I'm literally just going infinite. It's just, oh, I can't even. Yo, what's up, Louie? Thanks. How you been, Louie? Oh, yeah, I'm actually just going DI. Dur infinite. That's not it. No, I think that just causes hyperinflation or some shit. I don't know. So let's put those cards there. Where did they? Whoa! Why did my trade binder get reset? At all? Where were the other cards? I don't even remember what they were. Wait. Where are the cards, chat? What? What did I do? Is there a filter on? Oh, it's a Quani filter. You're right. Thank you for pointing that out. I was confused for a sec. I'm just like, wait. There were things. Alright, that can go. 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 Alright. Okay, enough of that. Looking at the cards that made me go infinite. I'm gonna add this deck list to Cardboard Live. And then we will actually get to a match of Magic instead of nonsense. Although I guess people are sort of pro-nonsense. Look at the chess. Oh, look at the chess indeed. Alright. Who's excited to see me click 9,000 times? Puncher's Chance, I did not see it. So I don't know what that is. Hand stretches? Oh yeah, you're right. I gotta do some hand stretches between matches. Oh. A prediction? Oh gosh. You know, Knoxite? Do you know mods can bet now? Did you know that? So some mod can start a prediction and the other mods can bet. That's just like, that's just kind of crazy. Because I know everyone here loves degenerate gambling. Like, I believe that y'all love degenerate gambling, right? It's free real estate. White faces you don't? Somehow I don't believe you there. Alright. Anyways, joking aside, we'll get to oh no, Sten's making me open a chest. So we gotta do that one too. Alright, we're out for now, but hopefully there will be more later. That card's not good. Dom, are you sure it's actually April? Are you sure it's just not March, like 420? Yo, thanks, Cal. Appreciate it. Not playing this yet. We'll go to a league, though. Alright. We'll try the Musasabi special. Can someone check to see the decklist is updated? I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for my clicking. My carpet tunnel. Ugh. It's April in Australia? Yeah, it's DMT. I mean, I have Birds of Paradise. That's basically like Aether Vial. And I have Taiga. That's basically like stuff. I don't know. Playing against Hunding and Jornensen. I mean, I guess I keep. It's not the most exciting, but it's fine. JW could, I guess, like, there's macros software, but I don't. Like, you could technically write, like, an auto scripter or something, I guess, to do a bunch of clicks. I'm not sure if that violates MTGO TOS or something like that. Yeah, no, I was not gonna mulligan this hand, so that's okay. I have no brainstorms in my hand. I give them a little bit of information, but that's fine. Yeah, Steve, I don't think there's sniping somehow. I don't think most people snipe. Field of the Dead. Oh, if they hit Manipulate Fate, I would be suspicious, yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna cast this here. I don't, let's see. What is it? Squee, Misthollow? I think it's correct. Whoa, it didn't let me confirm? I thought in the past I could, like, confirm what I was... Oh, because there's no... Oh. That's kind of dangerous. I didn't, like, get to confirm that's what I wanted to pick, but it's because there's no restrictions on the card that I'm searching for, so I guess it doesn't confirm anymore. I think it used to, though, right? Well, that's a good thing to know. I gotta be careful about that. I think it used to ask, like, if you were okay with it, right? I think I'm just gonna start slamming Griffins, actually. Is my opponent dead? I guess if I drew something off of that, but then I take my blue down, right? Like, I kind of just would rather sandbag Force for this turn, right? Yeah, I think I'm just going to sandbag Force. I mean, I see what you're saying, Stu. Like, if we hit a card off of the... If we hit a card off the Coatl, it is lethal. But I think we can just wait. Like, they're not really doing anything threatening. Oh, I should have cast all of these. Whoops. Oh, no. Next turn I can. Crop rotation. Do I care? Seems like I don't. I lose Ooze. I don't care about the Ooze that much, I guess, but... Oh, Cavern. Yeah. No, I corrected myself. I mean, I could have made all my things, so maybe I was supposed to just play all my shit and leave the Coatl and Force in hand. That actually probably was the play. Oh no, except I would have to... Oh shit. Okay. I guess I can't counter that. No, it's not Yawgmoth, it's just Arena Rector. I guess maybe I was supposed to force the crop rotation. Alright. I'm forcing the... Wait, should I even... No, I should force it, yeah. Because the food chain's more important. Something they can do is shoot my Griffin and it's actually in the wrong zone. Yep. So now I need to draw... That was not it. I guess I'm getting punished. It's not great, but, you know, shit happens. Alright, I think they're gonna -3, but I'm okay with that. I don't think I need to play the Ooze yet. Maybe they'll just -3 and kill my stuff. I guess I could have just played all those out. I probably should have. Whoops. I need to turn my brain back on. I should have just played all my stuff out. Oh, think. I wasn't thinking. But I could be thinking. What are you hoping for, Stu? Eat bird, ooze a griffin. Yeah, that was probably better. Alright. I regret everything. However, I'm still not dead. I can draw cantrip into recruiter. I can draw Krasis. I can draw a bunch of things. Alright. So there's maybe I should play the Squee instead. Do I have another vegetable red source? I don't think so. But I guess I'll check. Nope, I don't. So I'll play a Griffin out then. So far I think I made like 7 mistakes, which is kind of impressive. But we're still drawing live, so. Appear to be very dead now. Damn it. Well, now I think I'm just totally dead. Maybe I should have just made a lot of stuff that one turn I could have. Because this has played out basically as poorly as possible. No, the Ukin was beatable for like the last 3 turns in a row. Like, I just needed a recruiter. A recruiter or a Krasis or the Ballista was just lethal. Like, Cantrip was a redraw as well, so I don't know. Like, yeah, exactly. I should have just. All right. I think not playing the ooze cost me a lot. Essentially, that was probably just game losing. It's okay. That's why you play the games out. All right, you got me. Does the Rector deck not play Explore? Because I feel like it should, right? Probably Curse of Death Soul and probably Cruel Reality and probably what's the other one? I don't remember what it's called. Overwhelming Splendor, sure. But there's another one. Cruel Reality, I think, is up there, though. Alright, Lightning Bolt doesn't look very good versus my opponent. And... I guess Macabre is good. Macabre, like, shuts down their thingy. Why is Toscan a side word? That's a good question. I copied a list, so I have no data yet. I think I can cut birds. Seems like it's just mostly a card I don't need to draw, or I don't need to accelerate, I think. Yeah, I know. That's why I decided it in samples one. Believe me, I know. I think maybe I can shave down on those. And probably like... I guess I'll just leave 3 in. Splendor plus Death's Hold is the lock. Food Chain is like... It's a deck that doesn't require a lot of room in its deck for the combo, and the cards are mostly fine by themselves, I think is the answer at Oink Mage. Like, these cards are not that bad by themselves, like, you know. So I'm just missing Manipulate Fate. Oh, we can beat Overwhelming Splendor plus Death's Hold. Interesting. I've always thought Manipulate Fate is like one of the most broken cards in this deck, because it is like a 2-mana draw 4, effectively. Alright. Time to tighten up this game. That's the goal of this game. We're gonna get Snow Island. Alright. Yeah, they could... I mean, I just don't want to put the food chain in my hand, right? Is the other thing, Stu? Like, doesn't that make sense? That was my actual thing. I didn't actually explain it very well. What's my card underneath this? I think it's another land, right? Alright. See you later, Taiga. Or see you later, Rainforest. We'll go get Taiga. Yeah, you definitely want to play the food chain this turn. So I'm kind of hoping they tap out. Alright. Alright, chat. We'll show it off. Show off how the kill works, if they let me. I think they conceded. So basically I can just loop that plus 1 mana every time and play Big Ballista. Alright. Yeah, the concede lag. No, I think this is fine. Alright, game 3 of round 1. Playing against Rectors. Oh, this is fine. I mean, I have basically everything lined up for a turn 4. You have a question for me? What kind of question do you have? How big would I make my ballista? I don't know. I think this is a shuffle. 4? Definitely not 69. Although nice. Do we have to have the talk about how infinity is not really a number? Squee. Misthollow. Misthollow. True arrow, nice. Do I really need to give a lecture about Aleph and cardinalities? Because I don't really want to. I would take Krovax over Atali, actually, Louis. I think Krovax is so messed up. And Atali's, like, fine, but less messed up than Krovax. Mono White is a fine deck in that format as well, Louis, is the other thing. Two Krovaxes? The hell? How do you even get 2 Krovaxes? Cavern, huh? I'm actually going to recruit her from Macabre chat. Geeky Jackson, love it. So this is a defensive Macabre, because then they can't Rector me. And next turn I get the kill, most likely. I mean, I guess we'll see what they do, but... Yo, DT Large, thanks for the resub. I wonder if I'm supposed to just Uro them instead, actually. Oh. Alright, guess I'm not searching for shit. I guess I should have, It's a little bit awkward. I mean, the real problem is my creature's dead, right? The real problem is my creature died because of combat. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have attacked. That might have been loose. It's fine. Next turn I can do the thing still. Well, I lost a lot when I played Alarin. Well, I don't really want to crack a fetch line when they have opposition agent out personally, but Chain of Smog? I don't know. Does not seem like something I'm interested in, really. Oh, Force is insane. Alright, now I'm safe. Now we go for the throat, as it were. There's no real reason to attack. It's just a waste of time, really. This is going to be painful, because basically what I have to do is make a big enough Krasis that I draw into a Recruiter or a Ballista as well. I mean, I would just force the whole Breacher, right? But yeah, I saw that screenshot where someone got whole Breachered. Oh, it can't be a Recruiter either. So I actually have to draw 41 cards then, I guess? I mean, I guess it's not. You're right, it's not technically a waste of time. There isn't. I normally don't have the chat on. Oh, thanks. Thanks, opponent. I don't expect my opponents to concede. Like, you have to accept the fact that you're playing this deck on this client and accept the consequences of your actions. Squeeze less clicks, yeah. I guess I'll reveal. I think I usually do blue because it's one click above. Musasabi must have pro gamer APMs. Possibly true. Alright. Thanks for everyone being here. We're up to, wow, a bunch of viewers. And then appreciate y'all. Without y'all here, I would have gone nuts during this pandemic. And I really don't do this without y'all here because it would be pointless. So with that, I'm going to get some more water. I'll be back for round 2. And if you enjoy the stream, follows and subs are appreciated. Be right back for round 2. Yo, CTH173. Thank you. Do I have any chests left? I don't remember. Alright. Someone remember. I'll get to CTH after the league. Or I guess I might have to buy some in between, but that's okay. Gotta buy more free money. No, we'll play the second match first. I'm partial to Mercadian Masks or 4th edition. I think the 4th edition counterspell is on MTGO, right? One sec. Let me add that command. Knoxai. Hope that works. I guess we'll test it. Oh shoot! There are 2 now! He snuck one in! He snuck one in. Oh, this hand's great, so. I don't know. The counterspell art is personal. There's a million printings of it, so it's personal preference. I want Preordain makes me think combo. I don't know why. Now 2 chests is accurate. Thank you, JKMNMTG. Taiga birds. The classic rainforest taiga bird start. What did they do with their Preordain? Bottom both? Alright. It feels like Omnitoll. I have nothing to base this on except the fact that they played. I don't know. I guess I don't really have much to base this on. If it's Omnitoll. Alright. I have a plan, chat. Let's cast Brainstorm first. Well, that was not good. Looks like this Bolt is pretty bad, and probably the land's not great. Draft Station Islands is so Omnitoll. Told you it was Omnitoll, chat. I smelt it from a mile away. Oh, I should have maybe just considered playing Brainstorm, actually. Alright. I'm dead. I should have brainstormed. Damn. Punt count 2 tonight. Yeah, brainstorming is a lot better. I even said I was going to brainstorm, and then I didn't. Alright. I'll check if there's a force in the next 2 cards. If there is, I'll feel real silly. Okay. Obviously, still a huge mistake, but... You think I got the wrong land? I thought there was a small chance they were Delver, in which case I want Taiga, in case we want to hardcast that. But maybe that's wrong. The Scavenging Ooze does not seem good. It does seem good. And I think I want to cut, like, probably an Uro. I think Uro is, like, pretty heinous. And I probably want the Blast as well. I think this is what I want to do. I think Ice Fangs and Uros are not good in this matchup because it's not really about attrition. It's about Well, are you not blasting show and tell on the stack? That's like always my counterpoint that I think, like, yeah, you can make that argument, but I'm always blasting show and tell on the stack. And if I have multiple blasts, I'm almost always just blasting the show and tells. Because what if they just put Gristle in? I don't think they're locked to have Boseiju. But if I guess if you think that, then that's more reasonable. I think Manipulate Fate is too important that I hate cutting it, personally. So I'm not going to do that, but I understand where you're at. This is like a turn 4 kill at best. This is worse, I think. Christ. Because I keep on 5, but like it's not great still. I think I'm probably gonna just lose now, to be quite fair. I don't think those other hands were really keepable though. No. How? I didn't have any blue mana. You also don't have an initial creature, right? So it's a turn 4. I also only had 2 lands. I think that 7-card hand actually, like, was quite bad. I bought him 2 food chains, right? Chat? I feel awfully dead. I don't think the 6-card hand was very good. Yeah, worst. I guess I just disagree with you. I think Manipulate Fate is too important to this deck. You have a cool new badge? First. Birds. It's not the card I want to really draw here, but... feels like I'm 1000% dead to everything. Yeah, you are a founder. You are an OG. There's something... there's like some dirt in my eye or something. Vision's been weird today. Dismember? That's so rude. Alright. I'm gonna force. If they avail, so be it. I think I actually need these birds to win. I think they're just flooded on wishes. I don't think it's the first time. I don't think it'll be the last time either. Oh, I'm not going to change Prescience or Pre-Science 6631. Interesting that they didn't hard cast force. Like, they forced pitching a wish. They had exactly 5 mana. I guess they're afraid of days? Oh, that's kind of weird. Shit, did they hear me through the internet? Chat, do you think they heard me through the internet? I don't know. I don't know about that. They probably did figure out that that was not what they should have done. Because they forced last turn, the next turn I kind of expected them to just force pitch again. But since they didn't do it, I kind of just don't value those 2 chains until they actually kill my opponent. Yeah, they might have a 3rd force. We'll find out. Or we won't. I don't really understand what's going on this game. It's like, it's kind of weird because I think this kind of shows how bad Cunning Wish is in their deck. Do I care? What if I just surgical their forces in response and see if I care? Whoa. It popped in and out. They didn't have a 3rd green source because it's Eureka. Got it. Alright. City, Eureka, Crystal, Omni, Veil. Alright. They can exile my food chains. I suppose that happens. I'm glad I cast all my food chains before I got surgicaled as well. Which is kind of funny if you think about it. I mean, I guess they might be Mgotsy. Remember when I mulled to 5 this game, chat? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Really need to find something else. I am gonna just play it. Nope. Remember when I didn't draw lands at the beginning? We found the lands, chat. We found the lands. I'm just gonna hope they don't have Boseiju in their deck. Because if I force this, they'll just do it anyways. Nope. Okay. I mean, I was pretty sure that they had Boseiju in their deck based on that shit, but... This was a sad game. I didn't play great, though, so there's that. Yeah, they have Eureka in their hand. They have Eureka, Gristlebrand, Omniscience, Veil. Thanks, Rengaw. Welcome to the stream, Rengaw. What's up, Cliff Dog? Bop to you too. They have a Gristle, an Omni, and a Veil. Maybe they'll go to 1 and then I get to kill them with a top decked Recruiter or a Ballista. Wait! Oh, they're just casting. Wait. Oh, no. I see. They just want to try to Veil me. Alright, I guess I won't let them draw an extra card off the Veil. Yeah. There's really not a reason to force that one, I think. Alright. Forcing anything just gives them a free card off Veil of Summer, so really shouldn't do it. Alright. GG. I think this is a matchup where I'd rather be Bant because I think Teferi 3 is like really good. But, you know, sometimes you take your L's. You take your W's and you take your L's. L's and W's, they're like kind of on opposite sides of the keyboard, aren't they? It's really nice outside today, chat. Really, really, really waiting for that big Vaxi. Big Vaxi or small Vaxi? Medium Vaxi? Can't wait to be stabbed in the arm right here, chat. No. I assume I won't know until I actually make an appointment. I think that's generally how it works in our country. Oh, that's Volbiz. How does that happen? That sucks. That is quite bad. Alright, this is fine. We might be an Euro gamer this round. gaming chair of liberty. Covered island, ponder. I think the land is good, and the manipulate fate sort of appealing as well. Taiga's broken, yeah. Snow Island Ponder. Look at that ship, it's stuck on the rocks or whatever, right? Just a shuffle. Alright. I didn't watch Ted Lasso. Should I? I don't know what it is, really. Days check past. Squee. Griffin. There's the food chain. So, I think... Alright, they're like Bant, I guess? Yeah, they're Bant. Oh, they're Blade. Okay. They got Jite. The question is, do I Uro or do I food chain this turn? They let the fate resolve last turn, so I think I should just play food chain this turn, and put them in check. Yeah, that's fine. What's Splinter Twin us? EOT XRAC Twin? I see. I don't know why you want bad things to happen to me, Cliff Dog, but it's really kind of puzzling that you would want that to happen to your good pal, Jarvis. That's a cool thing? Aren't I dead? Don't I lose the game when that happens? Kind of wanted to see if they would put Jite in, but they didn't. Now show and tell when to play Batter Skull. Okay. So I think Food Chain's lethal this turn if I find it. Can start with that at least. Time to keep playing Phantom Monsters for free. I think I'm just gonna get Krasis and like cast a big Krasis. Like not this turn, but next turn. And I can double block the Stoneforge if they equip. It seems good to me. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I draw a land, it'll be Krasis for X equals 6. Which seems decent. They've used 2 forces. Oh yeah, I don't think Ooze wins ever. Like, Ooze just folds to a single plow, right? That's the issue with it. That's like I didn't really strongly consider that. Didn't kill my recruiter. I don't really care about that. No, I think you need to play. I think you need to play 4. The Griffin is better, especially because of Force of Will, but I don't think you can play less than 4, really. I'm doing great, Cybo Kite. Thanks for being here. Would I go to a place called Plowshares Cafe? Probably, I don't know. Do you think they bring food from farm to table? Oh, my opponent conceded while I was thinking. Interesting. Yeah, I guess they didn't think I could beat the Graces. Or they could beat the Graces, really. It's near a bunch of farms? I see, that's sick. Alright, Veil is decent. Pyro's decent. I don't really like Fawn versus Fair decks, generally speaking. I think Rexage is decent. Toski's fine. Why Squee in the deck? For Food Chain. You can generate infinite mana to cast creatures with Food Chain Cybokite. That's how the deck works. I'm a rug player? Am I? Maybe Toski is less good versus Blade, actually. Because GT like kills it. I think his birds can go, though. Bird seems like kind of not great overall. Alright. I don't think I'm actually going to Toski. Maybe I will. You can find it with Imperial Recruiters, one of the big reasons. Ultimate price. Imperial Recruiter backdoors in this deck to find either Squee, Krasis, or Ballista. So suppose you start out with the following board state. Food Chain, Ice Fang, Recruiter, 2 Recruiters in hand. It's just like a kill. The way the deck works is you can either exile Squee or Misthollow Griffin infinite number of times to make infinite mana they can spend on creatures. Food Chain gives you X+1 where it's mana cost. Squee, you can cast it from exile, and same for Misthollow Griffin. I need to cut 2 cards real quick. No, that's Squee Goblin Nabob sideboard kite. This is Squee the Immortal from Dominaria. Nice. Squee Goblin Nabob is in the chat. Well, Tutor, I love a Squee Goblin Nabob. It's a really cool card, especially with Bazaar of Baghdad. Look at this sample hand. Alright, this hand's good. Just gonna ship a land. Actually, I might not ship a land. I might just ship... I'm gonna ship the Bolt, actually, which looks goofy, but I don't think I need it. I mean, I guess it's kind of unsafe to not have it, but I think it's mostly the terrifying scenario is if I get Stoneforged on 2 and they have like a bunch of they like actually have something like Sophie or sort of Feast and Famine, then it'll be like kind of a disaster. But I think I'll just take my lumps if that happens. Yo, the Mason Clark, thanks, my friend. Appreciate you being here. All right, we got a kill on. We got maybe a kill on 3, depending on what happens. Oh, they're actually Bant. Okay. I mean, I guess I have slight regrets about how I sideboarded, but not a huge amount. There was actually a very small merit to casting Brainstorm right there, I think. And it's often maligned that you shouldn't do that, but I think it's... Alright, well, I'm going to do it. That play is maligned a lot, but it gives you a lot of information sometimes that you otherwise don't have. Like now, this is when I regret not keeping the Bolt, obviously. Okay, this is not a play I would advise, generally speaking. Yeah, this is them trying to get lucky. There's only 2 drops in my deck. In fact, the original list only had 1. I can't block yet, so I'll just attack. Yeah, they discarded a card and took 2 to look at my library to take a tropical island from my library. I actually think I am going to EOT Brainstorm because if I find like a force and a blue card, it just works out so well for me. Spell Pierce. Yeah, it's fine. I have them next turn if nothing happens. It's a men's reclamation, huh? Look for a forest first. Nah, we don't need those. Okay. Okay. They're dead on my turn. I get to show it off again, I guess. And I even drew the land. Right. Wait, why did my opponent concede? Did they know about the Krasis? Oh, they did know about Krasis from Surgical, right? I can't remember. I think they did, but who knows? Can I go infinite? Well, my opponent didn't let me do it. Ooh, we got a reminder, right? I have 3 chests open. They knew about it from Surgical. Although I did like brainstorm and ponder a bunch, so who knows if it was still there. I mean, it was still there, but Matthias Hard Style. That's an interesting username. I guess I keep. I lost Omnitel. Round 2. Blue-green Omnitel. It had 1 copy of Eureka, I'm pretty sure. Like, we saw the Eureka, and they generally don't play more than 1 Eureka. Looks like I found another matchup where Bolt is probably not good. But I guess if it's like blue-red Delver, which it hypothetically could be, leaving up the Bolt might be good, but it kind of feels like it isn't. I'll play the Volk to get max flexibility. If I get wasted, obviously it kind of sucks, but right. I'm not going to use a brainstorm yet, mostly because it doesn't do very much. Like, I kind of need to make sure that they're actually Omnitel, even though it really has that look about it. That's like a punish for that. Alright. So basically the plan now is I need to brainstorm if they do something on their turn. But the other, it would be really nice to have a force in my hand when I'm tapped out from Food Chain next turn. Okay, I guess if they're not going to do anything, I just won't cast anything. Depends on the deck, but it's generally a lot cheaper than IRL, I think, by like a factor of 10. Oh, okay, this bolt looks great then. Alright. I am 100% bolting this every time. Alright, cool. Well, my bolts are good, which is nice to know about. And also my Uro is really good, obviously. How long is a piece of string? Depends on the piece of string. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just play Uro. This plays it around days because the life actually matters as well. I'm gonna probably start spamming Brainstorm soon. Bolt is a really good draw here. Yo, ZD Sod, I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. So if your day sucked, you can talk about it here and we'll listen. Killing that dragon too. All dragons must die. Oh, Iserg, I didn't even know you were here, so why would I ask about your day? I wonder if they have mutagenic growth. No, you don't have to leave if your day didn't suck. The boat guy, I'm literally not cold. In fact, it's very nice out. Alright, I guess I'll see if they have another days. They probably do if they're making this play. Alright, sure. Do they... Did they not replay a land that turn, even though they could have? It looks like it. I'm not vaccinated yet. Oh, I believe in vaccines. It's just Maryland is very slow about who can get it when. If that makes sense. Come to Midwest. Lyserg, I already made. I registered for the pre-reg. In your state, half of the counties are throwing them away? What the hell? Jeez, that's awful. Really? I'll talk to Sarah later then. Thanks for the info, Lyserg. I do appreciate it, actually. I actually do. I'm not joking. I do appreciate the information. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, Montgomery County is very different from the rest of the world. That's for sure. Interesting. That's kind of nice. I can just play Uro with double force backup, and that's probably going to be good enough to win. Guess I attack. Yeah, Montgomery County is different. It's not really like the rest of the United States in a lot of ways, which is where I live as well. Oh, I should have actually forced the thing. I should force the force of negation rather. Yeah, to have more cards on graveyard in case of my Uro dies. I think it's just correct to do that. Ethereal Forager, it looks like. Huh. Alright. Well, I have a lot of blockers. Now if I top deck like a Krasis or a Ballista or a Recruiter, it's like very, very, very lethal, it looks like. Here's the rug mid-range plan, chat. We're just rug mid-ranging. I don't know, Disley, it's complicated. No one really knows, right? I agree, but I think that was fine, Stu. I'm gonna block if they let me. I think this is better, but obviously it's like hard to prove that it's better. Yeah, that's why I think this is better. It's the spell well. The spell belly jelly well? I don't know how to put it. Spelly belly, there we go. I'd forgotten the nickname for it. Alright, well, my opponent's at 4. I have 2 lethal attackers. So I'm just going to attack with both. If they Vapor Snag, they get me, but why did they bolt the bird? Why didn't they bolt the bird? It's a good question. Why didn't they bolt the bird? They bolted a coatl. It's like bolting a snake. Bolt the snake doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Okay, I will reactivate. Nice stifle. Generally don't love Force of Will in these matchups. I do like Carpet. I do like Blast. Depends on my list. I don't really like Stifle as a card. I don't like the play patterns it forces, but it's sort of defensible to play it sometimes. So it's like not completely out of the question. I generally don't, but Huh, I wonder if I should Toski. Probably not. It doesn't seem particularly good. Static Hazard would be good if I knew if they had Young Pyromancer for sure. Ooze is great. Birds is fine. Carpet is good. No, I don't know. Like, I don't know. The Toski doesn't seem that insane versus my opponent. It's like... It's nice that it's uncounterable, but it's also a 4-mana 1/1. It's not the original. It's like a print. But yes, it is. I'm glad you noticed, Sidebook Kite. It used to be a Merit Lager or Merit Lagi, depending on the time point. All right. I think just cutting all my forces and just setting in a bunch of blasts and carpets is good. There's a chance we flood out. We have like 20, 25, 29 mana sources. No, I haven't yet, Ken Dog. Honestly, after the last experience with the Learn, I might be off it for a while, but, you know. The non-Yorion Learn deck seems to hate me, which is obviously like kind of an exaggeration because that's not how it works, but... Alright, keep. There's a Krasis. It's right here, right? I don't know what you're talking about. There's one Krasis in my deck. There's one Ballista, one Krasis, and 3 Imperial Recruiter. Every time I play it, it wrecks me. Something like that. So I'm going to sit here for a while and force them to leave all of their lands up because of Stifle. If they want to really get me with Stifle that bad. No, whatever. If they don't put any pressure on me, I think like Food Chain's heavily favored because I'm eventually going to get like an Uro or something somewhere and it's going to be devastating. You know, I have plenty of land, so it's not like I have to like rush to anything as well. Really, the impetus is on them to kill me, is I guess a better way of putting it. Because like if you imagine a long timeline, we both get to do our thing. I think that favors Food Chain by a lot. Because like there's literally like this is like one of the best cards possible versus like that type of deck. These cards are insane versus that type of deck. Like Coatlal's good, and I have plenty of land, so. Alright. I will take this opportunity to play around Stifle, even though I did talk about how it wasn't that bad for me. But like if they're cracking their fetch now, it's a very good time to get around Stifle for basically for free. And it's also a very good time to see if they have days. Because if I force them to daze this, they can't really like it sort of feels like that they have a blast, essentially. If they get to blast it on the stack, it's so much worse for me than if I get to sneak into play. This card's so insane. That's why it's like, this card's 60 tickets now. It's just obscene. Just like kind of crazy that it's so many tickets. Yeah, Carpet's insane here. Like it's just, well, let's see if your deck can handle it. Doesn't really seem like it can. Yo, Dubbo, thank you. I'll let them blast this if they want. If they go to Surgical my Uro, I might just brainstorm away the second Uro, actually. Speaking of. My next worst card's probably like Scavenging Ooze, because there's not a lot of creatures in the graveyard. It's going to be good later though, but I don't want to put the Krasis away. Yeah, I'm putting the Uro back because there's Surgical Hero. The Uro's going on back on top. The question is what else. Second Blast is defensible, but I kind of just want to keep all of the blasts. Brainstorm because the hand's perfect. It's not. I mean, I think I'm going to want that Brainstorm in a turn cycle or two. So I'm going to put the Ooze back. Like, we're getting shuffled. No, you're not stupid. It's just like, it's kind of difficult to decide what to do right there. I thought there was a chance that that would happen because they did nothing for so long. So, like, Surgical is like a card that they could have, but I kind of just don't care about it as well. I mean, we got to, like, use their Surgical as a shuffle effect, which is kind of sick, right? Who needs to use fetch lands to shuffle your bad cards away when your opponent just does it for you? Right? That's fine. I'm only going to blast threats, I think, unless if it's some card that nets some 2 cards, or if it's something actually debilitating. Thing is, like, blue-red doesn't really have that many cards that are, like, super debilitating, really. Sure. I think I'm supposed to blast this in case if they have Young Pyromancer as a follow-up. Wish I had that Ooze now, obviously, but... So if they have Stifle plus Daze, my Krasis is bad. But that, I don't know, that uses all of their cards, so I guess I'll just jam a big Krasis. I don't know, I kind of just like doing it now. Kind of seems like they're soft. Alright, sure. I don't really care about that. Okay. That's nice. It's really nice, actually. Yeah, exactly. I think it's just fine to force the issue when they have exactly 1 land up. Kind of just like pummeling them with my haymakers now. This is basically a haymaker. It's just a draw 4 cards, essentially. Yeah. We're in full gas mode. They might have Forager this turn, but I don't care because I have Bolt plus Blast, so... a trick you can often do, and I think people should think about this more often, is you can use second main to make the Carpet of Flowers mana. And I think I am going to do that here. I'll brainstorm first. See what I get. Alright, we got everything we need, I think. The land is good too, I think, as well, so... I think the bird sucks. So Lyserg, if you cantrip and your decision is changed based on what you cantrip in, by delaying it to second main, you can make a better decision, right? It mostly involves cantripping. I guess technically I could have put a stop, draw step, and cast Brainstorm then. Because, like, I didn't have a draw step stop, but you can do it in draw step. Yeah, I'm going to put the bop back. Anyways. I'm going to put one of the Manipulate Fates back. I think I only want the 3/3 flyer now. All right. I'll just go to second main and make 3 red now. Actually, I guess I can just bolt inside combat and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll make red. Okay. Guess what? You're dead, opponent. Oh no, you're not. But this is still right to get, I think. You will be dead soon, though. Yeah, thanks, Basic Swamps. Oh, that's fine. They are dead, but I literally, for some reason, thought my carpet was a food chain, which it clearly isn't, but... Pyroblast? Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll just leave it with 1 counter. I don't need to remove it this turn. If I just wait, possible I can just not have to use another counter on that, which is kind of nice. Fetch now? Why? I don't know my top card, right? I think everything's not in a known zone. Yes. I don't know, my opponent's like 1,000% dead, yeah. They have a blast in hand, so I think the way I'm just going to play around that is just to play Ooze out and not play my Griffins into their blast, because that gives them like a good mana exchange. If I give them enough good mana exchanges, that's one way that they could hypothetically win. But I think they're mostly dead instead. I don't know. $60 ticks. I borrowed it from Card Hoarder, so it didn't actually cost me 60 tickets. But yeah, it's proven it's worth this game. GG, you have the perfect draws in both games. Unreal. Okay. Oh no. If my opponent didn't surgical my... Oh, I guess surgicaling arrow is good for them. Which opponent surgicaled my trop? Was it this opponent? I don't know. I mean, my draw was good, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that was the last opponent. They should surgical my Griffins. They did an ultimate price, because the problem is carpet wasn't good versus counter top block most of the time. Alright, so we're 3-1 at the moment. That means some chests are coming to us. Thanks for everyone being here. If you want to support the stream, following is good. And also, subs are appreciated. I'm going to get some water and I'll be right back for round 5 again. Be right back in 1 second. I'm always here for the hydration chat. Alright, let's play the last match. My back hurts, but that's what we got a good chair for. I bought a good chair last March in 2020, which was a very smart decision. Oh, you're going to move kind of soon? So you don't want to move it with you, I guess? Chair model? I would have to look it up. I don't remember. BK Classic, it's been fine. You can side it out. There's 20 lands in the deck too. I don't think that's like reductive, I think, a little bit BK Classic, but I mean, like, if you have Ponder, Trop, Birds, Food Chain, Recruiter, are you really like mulliganing that hand? I wouldn't. I mean, sure, you have to be careful, but Death and Taxes? Is Stifle a legacy playable card? I don't know. It depends on who you ask, really. Is this a legacy playable hand? No, it's not. I guess. It's not great either. Sounds like pretty awful, but it's pretty good, actually. But we'll see what happens. I think this is a matchup where like Food Chain actually matters a lot. Alright, I'm just gonna fetch Mountain, Bolted, Untap, play Manipulate Fate off Island. That's a good draw. Does a decent draw too. All right, we're drawing kind of fiery. Okay, it's fine. Gerchinson, great question. I think the rotation of Oko left a void is the answer. And so the ability to combo kill in like bad matchups like Cloud Post or something like that, I think made the deck a lot better. I think I should just Uro, fetching Forest off Vista, and then putting the Rainforest in play and seeing what happens. Yo, what's up, Nude? Hope you're having a good one. Food chain doesn't make food tokens absolutely unplayable. Yeah, something like that. If they play my Euro, so be it. Snowboard Forest number 2. I haven't given them a wasteland target. It's like fairly likely they have a waste, so I think I'm just gonna do this. We are 3-1. This is game 1 versus Death and Taxes. I think this matchup is generally fine. Walking Ballista is like kind of insane in the matchup, but obviously my hand's like, well, that's kind of problematic, but I think my best draw is actually Food Chain, for what it's worth. It's not my brew. I copied it from Musasabi, but I wanted to try it out for science. I played game 1 versus you pretty bad, I think. I think I should just main phase this looking for lands. Think there's a chance that they go for Sophia Clip to just force through a bunch of damage. Alright, there's the wasteland I predicted. Okay. We need land or food chain, so we'll just look for that. That's bad. Yeah, okay, you still won is not a great argument in this channel. Prefer to think about mistakes that I shouldn't make and try to eradicate them, but obviously, like, to err is human. Really need a food chain. Like, that's the card that matters most. Cantrips digging for a food chain also matter, obviously, but am computer, am human, not computer. I think that's worth it. To err is human, to moo is bovine. I like that. Oh, I don't really take pride in losing. I think it still sucks, but, you know, is what it is, right? This is really awkward. Yeah, second island would be good here, but I mean, I haven't drawn a second island. or Food Chain or cantrips. It's been difficult. I also can't block the Stoneforge. The reason I got Coatl is like I think getting any other creature will just die to the Sophie pretty much, or I'm just basically forced to chump block. It's not great. If I get the Coatl, at least I can cycle. Oko used to be so insane in these matchups. Rip Oko. Rip Oko, Rip Uro? Charming Prince, huh? Scry 2. Bottom, bottom. Oko was a decent card. That is one way of putting it. No reason to play this land. It will just get wasted, I think. Yeah, I mean, Griffin is good versus them in general, but I don't know. The issue this game was... Rancid Oyster. That's interesting. Well, when you say Ranger of Eos, you mean Ranger Captain of Eos? I do think Watcher from Tomorrow is a really good card, obviously, but... I've tried Bant before with Ranger Captain, but... Obviously, like, the decks are different, but... I don't think there's a way I can draw out anymore. I think I'm actually just Lou Dobbs now. Not drawing your namesake card. We'll do that. Interestingly, I think once you have Prelude in 3, you should actually revoke a Ballista instead of doing that, but it also works either way. Alright, well, good beats. I thought I was really far ahead, instead I easily lost. So Sword of Fire and Ice was a big game this game. Griffin is a 3/3, yeah. This card's not great. kind of want to shave Uro in this matchup because I think it's not very good, honestly. I mean, it looks weird to shave it, but I just believe it's not good. All right. Well, it's slow. It's bad versus Plow. It's bad versus Caracas. It's bad versus Rip, which they'll probably side in for my Uro. If I side out Uro, I just get to sidestep all of that. All right, good enough. I'm gonna go Vista Island. Yeah, if I side out Uro, Rip is actually good for us. That is true. Which is another reason to do that, I think. The Force is good, and I think the Brainstorm is good, obviously. So. I don't really care about that. It's good too. Can I get away with not forcing that? Yeah, I think so as well. I was just thinking it all the way through before I did it. A little bit of regrets, but I think I should just get the food chain down now. And I'll just force any answer to food chain next turn. I can just develop a big board, and that's generally good enough to beat them, I think. So I might force that because the danger is if they have Tavern for their Revoker next turn, it'll be pretty good. So I think I should just force it. It might be crazy, but I think it's correct, actually. This might be bad, but there's a logic to it. But maybe it's just wrong. I don't know. I guess this is why you would regret it. Yeah, if I had another brainstorm, it'd be a little bit better. Alright. Alright, Stu, you win. I was incorrect, but I guess now I will... do this. I guess I still have a force behind, which is good. Yo, thanks, Doug's on Twitch. Appreciate it. Gosh, I kind of hate this part, but it's not that bad. Just training my AP hump. Glad someone appreciated my stupid joke. Because it was, like, kind of stupid. Alright, that's all I got. And I know my next two cards are dead draws, which is not great. But we have time. I wrote, sometimes I have existential crises late at night, is what I wrote. So the trick is they always have vigilance in this setup. If you're willing to click a bunch, which I am, obviously. I could have attacked with the Squee as well, actually. No, I can't. Well, I sort of can, but it's a little bit risky. Why not let them trade? You can't recast it from graveyard. I think my Griffins are more valuable than their Clicker Wisp. Is it faster? Because I got to exactly 8 mana with that many clicks. Oh, Squee is Immortal. Yeah, pretty much. That's bad. I hate it. No, it doesn't. They decided that my rug deck can't remove this now, so... And it definitely can't, so... Alright, this is a mistake. You should just go to the dome, because this is what can happen. Yeah, exactly. You should just go to the dome, because it puts me to 7, so that means the attack next turn is lethal. Oh, I see. I guess you're right. Oh, I knew the island was there from Brainstorm. That was my fault. Like, that I knew was coming. Actually, I should have just played the Volk, but with double Mother of Runes, I was probably dead. Sad. I generally think this matchup is really good for Food Chain, generally speaking. Yep, I can't block anything. Yeah, it makes it worse, but the Krasis would have been the Krasis and the recruiters would have won the game still there, so it's not a big deal, I think. I mean, I could have just not forced the recruiter of the guard, like Stu mentioned, and that might have been better as well. Because like we ran out of resources. Krasis feels like a paper card. I don't know. Musasabi only plays on MTGO as far as I can tell, so. The General Scourge are looking better than Squee there. Yeah, but I mean, with Imperial Recruiter, I think you should play the one Squee. I think it just makes too much sense. Alright, chess. I do owe a bunch of chess. Yeah, maybe that was too deep. Alright. This is still in standard. I can't believe it. Folio Fancy is still in standard. Oh, it's not that bad. Like the food chain clicking is not terrible, I think. It's like it doesn't really bother me. How many do I remember? 3 more? I think it's 3 more. Manipulate fate for 2 fawn and a 4th recruiter. Okay. That seems reasonable, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like Manipulate Fate, but I see what you mean. I feel like the first Manipulate Fate is so insane that it's kind of crazy not to do that. Right. Reminder and do 1 less. When does that reset? How do you reset it anyways? So it's 2 left. Right. Opening chests. For the stream. Oh, I still can take 23 more tickets. Nice. Opening that Dockside Extortionist and the Fierce Guardianship was a way to do it. We're just going infinite off stonks. Edcom reminder open. Oh, I don't know. That seems really complicated. Alright. I do owe 2 more, though, to people who subbed. Quagnoth is like Tarmogoyf, except not. Every time you open one of these in a feature set pack, you were just hoping it was Tarmogoyf because you saw the green symbol and the border, and it turned out to be Quagnoth. It was really sad. And 1 more. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Thonot's here. Maybe that's something. Oh, it's something. Anyways, I don't know. This deck is like clearly good, but it's not the most broken. I'm looking for a broken card. Yo, mana symbol, thank you. Somehow all of the chests have been great, which is kind of crazy. So how would I fix this deck? I'm not sure. I wonder if the birds are even necessary. Someone brought that up. Kind of feels like some number are. It's also just kind of weird to have Uros, but not have 4 Ponder as well. Kind of until you play against Nullrod, Ruleborn. Then you'll, like, definitely say it's not broken then. I think the Artifact Storm deck is good. No, it's on Thursday, I believe. Right, Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, maybe I should play 4th Birds. I don't know, this deck feels so close. Maybe the Krasis isn't good. I don't know if the Krasis... Maybe the Krasis is bad, actually. I keep thinking about it further. It's a Mystic Forge deck. Alright, I will hydrate for you. Natural Orderer. Is another Ponder over Krasis better? Not really. Like, that's not the right thing. I think that's crazy because I think a lot of the games I played tonight, I really did need Food Chain to win. Like, I'd rather play 2 Recruiter for Ponder, I think. But that's also, like, kind of weird. First match result prediction. Finale of Devastation. I don't really like Finale of Devastation. It doesn't work well with your Ballista or your Krasis. Also, yeah, Food Chain only makes mana you can find creatures, which is what I actually meant to say. And in fact, it only gives you mana that you can use to spend on the creature. You can't even use the mana to activate creature abilities. It's like kind of a weird card. No, a lot of people don't play a lot of Food Chain. -1 Manipulate, -1 Griffin, +1 Bird. I think 3 Griffins is mandatory, pretty much. I can't really say why, I had reasoning for this at some point. I'm trying to remember why I had reasoning for that. Like, well, I played other shells, and I always had 1 Eternal Scourge, 3 Griffins. In fact, some points I had 4 Griffin, 1 Eternal Scourge. And I really don't remember why I had those. I'm trying to remember. I mean, drawing Griffins is good with Forcible, yeah. That is definitely true. Because, like, it doesn't really cost you very much. It costs you 1 life point. I don't know. I guess if I were to play this deck again, I would probably cut the Graces for something. For Ballista. Uro was great. Has it done Serum Powder, Eternal Scourge? No, not really. I think the blue cantrips are better than putting Serum Powder in your deck. Like, if you're gonna go to Serum Powder... Ooze, sideboard, 4th Ponder, +2 Fawn, -1... Why do you think that's a good idea? Isn't one of the strengths of the Food Chain that it can kill with its combo relatively quickly? By cutting a Food Chain, you cut that axis out. I'm sympathetic to the other changes, but I don't think minus Food Chain is where I'd be at. Squee is recruitable in this list. I mean, I'm also really skeptical when someone just writes a list of cards out like that without any, like... I mean, like, it's hard to convince me that you've played the deck enough to be sure that those are the correct changes. Unless if your name is Musasabi. Living Wish? Living Wish doesn't work well with Food Chain, is the problem. Like, it's really expensive to cast Living Wish. Yeah, exactly. I think you basically need to have your package in the main deck, and your tutor needs to be a creature, pretty much. I'm sympathetic to sideboarding the Ooze. Living Wish and Manipulate Fate have to be mutually exclusive. That is a good way of putting it. That's probably the best way of putting it. So I think I would put this here. I think I would cut Toski early. Like, it doesn't seem great. And probably in that vein, we can get the Ponder into the deck. I still wonder how many birds you need. Like, that's the other question. Sylvan's reasonable. Like, Sylvan's good with Uro. Like, if anything, Manipulate Fate might be worse than Sylvan in a lot of ways, but if you want to play Sylvans, I think you should play, like, one Sylvan. Well, here's the thing. Once you start playing Sylvans, I think you should play more Uros as well. The blue, red, white version of this is decent. How do you build a blue, red, white version of this? Yeah, I played the Bant one before, after Caleb did well with it. I could play more Uros. Like, that's not unreasonable. If I did that, I would probably, like, play another removal spell, play another Uro, play, like, 2 Sylvan Library. And just then I think shaving on these Manipulate Fates make a lot of sense. That's what I'm thinking anyways, but -3 Fate, -3 Birds, -1 Ooze, -1 Krasis, +2 Fawn, plus a Ponder, plus a Ballista, plus a Recruiter, +2 Borrower, plus a land. Yeah, that's true. Addicting coffee. I don't know. I'll probably think about it more, especially if I decide to register this in the PTQ. I played against Delver once, and the bolt was good, and I think you need it for a deck like Death and Taxes, probably. So I think they're, like, probably not exactly what you want, but they make Uro better because just interaction makes Uro better because that's how the card operates. Brazen Borrower is like Birds and that slows opponents down and is ESG with Food Chain. Yeah, I guess the adventure creatures are probably pretty good in general in this deck. Well, in that any creature is Elvish Spirit Guide with Food Chain is the answer. Birds is the most awkward card in the deck? I mean, that's true, but is it too awkward to not play? I definitely am glad I cut the Waterlogged Grove. I looked at it and I'm like, that did not make any sense. Like, that was just mind-boggling. Bone Crusher. Well, I cut the Toski because it seems like I've thought about it a while. It just seems like unreal nonsense. I don't know about Bone Crusher really. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it more and maybe, like, fix some of the problems. My instinct is I think Manipulate Fate is better than Sylvan, but it's not completely unreasonable to play, like, 3 Uros and 2 Sylvans. Rancid Oyster. That's what I'm thinking about. Really. It's just like, I think if you want to play Sylvan, you have to play more Uros because the cards do go extremely well together. But I think this is also just not quite the correct Uro deck to play lots of Uros and Sylvans, right? Uro is just more of an afterthought here that happens to be extremely good instead of being like Bant control with Uro obviously makes sense. Bug makes sense. Oh yeah, I cut the Toski. And they just think it's like whatever. 2 fate, 1 library. Yeah, 2 fate and 1 library is not unreasonable. But yeah, those are my thoughts right now. Fate pitches a foul. I don't know. The blue card pitches a foul argument is probably one of my least favorite cards because, you know, you're just allowed to play good blue cards instead of bad blue cards. And they pitch equally to force. I'm obviously being facetious. All blue cards pitch to force. Yeah, Earl also pitches to force. Oh, I see. Sylvan doesn't pitch the force. Okay, never mind. Maybe I was being a bit too facetious right there. Who can say, for real? Still thinking about it. But I think that's enough thought for today. I didn't play great today either, but I was so happy to be here, so maybe it was a little bit of happy to be here-ness. But I will definitely give this one a go at some other point. Pat Car Mobile, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. In addition, if you do enjoy the stream, following is great, and if you want to support further with a Twitch Prime sub, that's welcome as well. And regular subs are obviously welcome. Is it time to wait burn? No, it's probably time to go like watch some Netflix and turn the brain off. That's what I actually mean. So I'm gonna see who else is hanging about. I'll be back Wednesday, I think. I'll be back Wednesday, yeah. But with some more legacy. I'm gonna just see who else is streaming. Alright, I'm gonna raid Goblin Wacky 1. But I'll be back Wednesday, so thanks for being here.